How did she find out you were cheating anyway?
She didn't until you just told her on the
So why did she break up with you? Just because she met another guy?
I was being insensitive and I wasn't being attentive.
Right.
So some other guy started sending her flowers and she thought,
And that was it.
She practically told she told me, listen, there's this other guy.
Right. And he's paying attention
to me. And I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, good. Have a nice life.
Go ahead. Where you going?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. There's no guy better than me.
I'm a
Look at me.
I'm gorgeous.
Papers to remind you.
Who else has teeth like mine?
Nobody.
Who can leave these teeth?
Look at that mustache.
Yeah.
The gay man's dream.
Here we go.
Well, let's start with the thing that kind of prompted this whole thing. Last Friday night, I felt like the biggest idiot in the history of the world. And I was pretty hurt. I got to tell you, I was pretty hurt. Now, I'm sure that wasn't your intention. If you don't know what I'm talking about Frank drove me back from the city, and we went over to his house, and I had to sit in the car while you were upstairs, and I felt like a schmuck, Nance. I felt like a real dick. Frank's like, well, I'll drop you off at Vinny's, because Nancy really doesn't want to see Marianne, says it's not a good idea if I bring you back here. She doesn't want to see you. So then Frank was feeling he was a little bit late. He goes, well, I might miss Marianne, so we're going to drive back, but why don't you just wait in the car? And
So what happened? She was at a party?
She was at my friend Frank's house, right?
And she didn't want to see you.
Right. So when we got there, my friend Frank saw that her car was still there, so he said, I have to go up, you wait in the car.
Oh, my God. So you felt like a schmuck.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was really hurt. I was like,
Well, what's her
I
problem?
wasn't trying to see her. She just happened to be there when we were getting there.
All
Just
right.
wait in the car.
I see the party.
She broke up with you. Why didn't she want to see you?
I think it would have been too much temptation to get back together with you.
I got to hear this.
It's we're a little civilized here, don't you think? I mean, do you really think? And what's that all about, man? It kind of hurt a lot. But
I think he's going to cry.
No, there's no crying.
Picture hurts.
Picture hurts.
Wee.
Oh, my God.
Especially I've been telling Frank the whole way there about how I missed you and how I spoke to you, earlier in the week and a whole bunch of things. And I really was. There's been a lot of opportunities where I could have seen you. I could have set up accidentally bumping into you, and I hadn't. I respect your wishes. You say you don't want to see me, and I haven't been doing it. And then this is just like one of those purely coincidental things. I would have been nice to you. I would have said hello. What can I say? So I got to tell you, I was really hurt by that.
You're like a stalker.
Yeah. To the attraction.
I could have said it.
In all fairness, at some point, like a year later, she did go out with me again.
She did?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Howard, I'm confused.
Yeah. Oh, confusion from the audience.
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
7 months.
Right.
She hasn't spoken.
No,
with him.
we spoke. We would speak on the phone all the time. She just wouldn't see me.
But why are you doing this 7 months later? Why didn't you do this like the first month?
Yeah, and if you're speaking to her on the phone, why didn't you just say this to her on the phone?
I did, but it wasn't getting through.
Oh.
So this will work. So far, you've been very winning.
This way she doesn't interrupt you. Right. It didn't matter. She didn't want to be with you.
Hang up on the videotape.
Did she watch the whole tape?
Yeah.
Good.
No, she called me afterwards. She said she
Over
cried.
and over and over.
All right, let me see. Yeah, how would you not watch it?
You know what? Maybe I'll try to get her on the phone. She didn't want to come in. Maybe I'll try to get her on the phone.
All right, hold on.
Mistaken.
In a way, it makes me feel good because it tells me something. If you didn't still care about me, you'd see me. You wouldn't be afraid to see me if you still cared about me. And I think you still do care about me. I think you still care about me a lot. And I was telling Frank how much I missed you, how the last 7 months have been.
Sigmund Bowie. He's picking his nose in this. It tells me you hate me.
It's all about me,
Yeah, right. It's like,
It's all
you know
about
what?
me.
It tells me that you love me because you won't see me.
You don't know how,
Most people who love me don't see me.
you don't know how you feel.
My parents love me. They won't look at me.
No, I'm saying you don't know how I feel. I know how you feel.
Yeah, right. That's how all guys are. Guys will always tell women how they feel. I tell my wife how she feels every day. No, you don't feel that way. This is how you feel.
How I knew I was wrong, and I started to tell him a lot of things that I'm about to tell you. And Frank said, well, do you think she knows that? I said, well, yeah, I've tried to tell her. And he goes, well, are you sure she knows it? So you know what? I'm not sure that you know it. And now I'm going to put it down for you on videotape. So these are forever, man.
Don't do it, John.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, that
I'm going to put my feelings down on videotape.
Show me the
It's
money.
forever, baby.
Show me the money.
now.
This is forever.
Were you like, why didn't you just propose to her?
I almost do on the tape.
Really?
But even that.
Did you really have that conversation with Frank?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh sure.
Crying to his friends.
Oh yeah.
Does she know how much you care about her? Yes.
Man, you know what Frank is saying? Tell her. Leave me alone.
Yeah, right. Go make a videotape.
Get out of my car.
Frank's saying, get another broad. What's the big
Really?
deal?
You're acting like a girl.
Dang it.
Seriously, you're such a faggot. I know. I mean, it's unbelievable. You know, I had women break my heart. I had women. I was in love with this chick from Princeton right before I met Allison. She called me up and told me my penis wasn't big enough.
Did you make a videotape?
She didn't exactly say that. She just said, like, we'd gone out a long time, and she said, you know what? Because I met this guy, he's red hair, and he's got a really big penis.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what she said to me.
Boy, talk about things you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Really?
Now, I'll tell you, I was in love. I didn't make no goddamn tape.
Did you cry?
No. You know what? I probably wanted to, but I ain't going to allow myself to cry over a woman.
You
made
cried,
it
right, Gary?
steal him.
Yeah, I cried. John, have you ever cried over a woman ever?
I had a girl cheat on me left and right. I don't think I cried.
You don't want to be
You
crying.
don't left and right.
Dude, your
Over
parents,
anything, huh?
when your
I cry
parents,
over,
when your
like,
parents are raising
dumb
you
stuff.
and humiliating you and telling you what an idiot you are, you don't even cry during that. You
Oh, yeah,
always
I
stay
cried during
strong.
that. I
You
cried
do?
during that as well.
You do.
No, I did.
Yeah, you got to stay strong.
No,
my
no,
father trained me early on not to have any emotion.
No, Gary came through it. Okay, you are a mess.
I see. When my father would yell at me and tell me I was a nobody and that I would never amount to anything, I just took it like a man. Always.
Right from the get-go, or
No, I learned.
Yeah.
I learned how to take a
I mean,
punch.
we have him sniveling on these tapes.
Can you do me a favor?
When he was 7, he was a
Right.
little.
Yeah. I mean, I was 7. I was a wimp.
Do me a really big favor, Howard.
Yeah.
You see on the thing you're holding in your hand?
Yes.
Can you just hit the display button for 1 second?
Why?
Because I'm trying to figure out how far into this we are.
Don't worry about it.
Not
Come on, here we
very.
go. Don't confuse me. Here we go.
Don't worry.
You'll always have these to hold against me one way or another.
We will.
Okay.
Let me start out. I feel like I'm asking your father
Now, Howard will never get a hold of this, will he?
to marry you. I want to lay out my intentions. I want to lay out what I want. What I want from you.
What I
Well,
want.
obviously, I want to go back out with you again. That goes without saying. But, I mean, there's got to be more to it than that. And
Condition.
the first thing that I want is I want a commitment. I want to give a commitment, and I want to have a commitment. I want to be your boyfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. I'd dump everybody I was going out with in a second if you said you'd go back with me, and it would be just me and you. I want to make that clear. If it hasn't been clear, I'm making it clear now.
I'll give up my stable.
Monogamy.
I want to do things for you. I know I was kind of insensitive before, and
You're my producer.
I'm cringing.
So far, have you cringed a lot of times? Like,
Yeah,
this is worth
a
it,
couple
right?
of times, yeah.
You think he had this plan like Lucas 10 years later?
I don't know.
The Phantom Toothy.
The Phantom Toothy. Like George Lucas, the trilogy.
Prequel.
Starlift. All right, boys, everyone ready?
Good.
Ladies?
Good.
We're ready.
Thank you.
We're ready.
We're going.
much I can do about it. I mean,